So Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is our big motivation for the insaf, justice. And we also think we are captured by India. We have no capacity, no capabilities. We are always dependent on the Indian satisfaction. I am contesting independently in the election. Habib Inkilab, I don't want this. The honor is I am the Inkilab Hadi. Actually, we are not anti-Indian. We are anti-aggression. Any kind of aggression. A person can die. Idea cannot die. All the India channels, second and third class channels, are open in Bangladesh.
Welcome to Election Conversations, a special series where we go beyond political rhetoric and campaign slogans to meet the people, ideas and policies shaping the next chapter of Bangladeshi politics. I am Janojatra, and in this series, I sit with MP candidates and policymakers to understand not just what they stand for, but what kind of future they imagine for Bangladesh. My guest today is one of the most firebrand voices to emerge in recent times. His rhetoric carries the energy of rebellion, and his style, from his delivery to his appearance, is reminiscent of Che Guevara. He doesn't shy away from using cuss words. He openly challenges the existing power structure and speaks of rebellion, resistance, and cultural activism. As he enters the electoral politics, his message is resonating with many, but at the same time is troubling for many others. Today we dive into his belief, motivation, and long-term vision that drive his campaign in Dhaka 8. My guest today is Osman Hadi, a cultural activist, a political organizer, and one of the loudest voices from Inkilab Moncho. Osman Hadi, great to have you here.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Let me begin with the name of the platform you have, Inkilab Moncho. It's a very symbolic and it's very deliberate. What was the inspiration behind this name, and what do you want to convey to public?
Well, if you actually observe our activism, you will closely observe we are very much associated with our history and culture and heritage. So I think the term Inkilab Zindabad actually was introduced more than 100 years ago in India, where India, Pakistan, Bangladesh was united in this subcontinent for the Azadi movement, that means independence movement against British colony. When the term coined Inkilab Zindabad, in this July uprising, when we were on the street in the procession, we started the slogan Inkilab, Inkilab, and Zindabad, Zindabad. Actually, we think people got very closely connected, and so I think when we proposed the name with our members and other people, without any kinds of hesitation, they liked it very much, and people liked it. And our actually intention is, by our name, we want to focus our journey with our history, our culture, and heritage, because actually without a big journey of heritage and history, actually culture cannot be established or reframed, I think. So Inkilab Moncho, when we mention the name, actually we recall the history for a greater history of Bangladesh when we were united in this subcontinent.
The idea of naming carries symbolism, and it suggests your intellectual and ideological foundation from which your movement grew further. So let me ask you something very connected to that. Is there any philosophical or ideological or even revolutionary figure, Bangladeshi or international, that influence your thought process?
Okay, if I mention, these are many. Of course, by those people are philosophers or thinkers who are hugely, immensely motivated. First of all, as I belong to Islam, I have no hesitation to be a Muslim or to give this identity. So Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is our big motivation for the insaf, justice. And the second one is in the literary journey, a journey of literature, our national poet Kazi Nazrul Islam. I think if I get a chance, actually I have no intention to be the copy, but I have an eagerly intention if I were Kazi Nazrul Islam, his spirit, his journey, his words, it motivated us very much. And from the political figure, of course, Sher Bangla, Ike Fazlul Haq, Maulana Bhashani, Hussein Sayyid Sohardi, and the man, Shoaib President Ziaur Rahman. These are core motivation for me and our team members, I think, for this journey.
Thank you so much. That helps us to understand the ideological foundation that you have. Now, if I move from ideology to the geopolitical space, Osman Hadi, you constantly challenge the dominant narrative. You question the regional influence and push for the idea of a reimagined Bangladesh. You often speak about Indian hegemony and emphasize on the need for a pro-Bangladeshi cultural activism. What does that pro-Bangladeshi cultural activism look like, given that there are many similarities culturally and in other areas with our neighboring country?
Okay, actually this answer should be very long, but I think from the last one I can begin with pro-Bangladeshi activism. Okay, if you are an engineer, a physician, a policymaker, a politician, a rickshaw puller, a university faculty, or whatever you are, when you will give the efforts or input, it will work for the people of Bangladesh. It will work for the betterment, independence and sovereignty of Bangladesh. If you sing, if you act in the cinema or whatever you do, actually, Bangladesh will be benefited. The people of Bangladesh will get advantages from your work. This is the pro-Bangladeshi activism, we think. So the second one is Indian hegemony. I think if you ask the people, even as I'm a faculty of a private university, so for understanding the psyche, I always ask this question with the university students, rickshaw pullers, and all kinds of people. When I mention the term Bangladesh, in our mindset, we only think the land of Bangladesh. And we also think we are captured by India. We have no capacity, no capabilities. We are always dependent on the Indian satisfaction. If India permits me to go abroad, yes, we can go. And if India doesn't allow me to have a cup of tea with my neighbors like Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Afghanistan, or any others, no, it cannot be. I think we have to rethink this position because, you know, it is a framework. Bangladesh is in the Indian territory. No, I think Bangladesh, what will I say actually? When we say Bangladesh, we don't think we have a big sea. The resources of this sea, not only water, and we have good neighbors. We can go by this sea, we can connect by this sea. So the first fact is, we would like to connect all our territories, including our sea. The second one is, if I just give an example, how Indian hegemony works here. First one, you think, our cinema hall or movie theaters, the Indian movies got released, huge people go there, enjoy the movies, fine. But the Bangladeshi cinema don't get any special treatment in India, even in West Bengal or Kolkata. The second one is, all the India channels, second and third class channels are open in Bangladesh. Do you think they only telecast the cinemas or series or dramas? No, they sell the advertisements by the multinational corporations. So the investors, the corporations give the money to the Indian channels, but no Bangladeshi channel is open in India. So by this system, India is creating hegemony on Bangladesh by cultural activism, but mainly they are doing the business. They are discriminating with the people of Bangladesh, what business can do actually by this part. So our strategy is, if Bangladesh allows 10 channels of India to telecast, of course India must permit 10 channels of Bangladesh to telecast in India. And the fact is, this is the mindset established by the Awami regime and fascist regime. We are bound and we have to be very loyal to these Indian narratives because we don't have any other neighbors. But it is not true. Yes, we have some good neighbors and we had some policy making the checks and balance before the Awami regime of 15 years. So I think India will be alone if India cannot understand the psyche, the people of Bangladesh. So this is the time for a new journey. We want good neighbor, not master.
Your stance on cultural activism and Indian hegemony closely connect to our country's regional realities. So let me ask you about the bilateral relationship with India. India is our, at least geographically, our largest neighbor. We share borders on 3 sides with them. We have an active trade and connectivity, although connectivity is a little limited now, post 5th August. How would you manage or reshape Bangladesh's bilateral relationship with India?
Actually, answer is in your question. You use the term reshape. That means this is the high time we should rethink and reshape the bilateral relation with India. Actually, we never deny that India is our neighbor. And if I deny, is it practical? No. We have more than 4,000 kilometers border we share with them. But the fact is that India needs to make good relation with the people. Problem is, India invested all of their resources and investment, their wealth, their property on a mafia party, Awami League. And Awami League, what will I say actually? Awami League eagerly destroyed, actually I use the term eagerly, destroyed the democracy of Bangladesh with the help of India. It is fact. If I don't mention with you, but it is not matter that actually it doesn't happen. It happened. But what will be the next? The next should be a friendship with the neighbor. The first fact should be India should acknowledge the July uprising, number 1. The second one is India should not give the shelter to the thugs, mafia, Awami Leagues. Third one, India should not disturb the territory of Bangladesh in hill tracts. India should not play the cards of minority in Bangladesh. If it is repeatedly happened by the India, so what should the people of Bangladesh do? Yes, though it is very offensive, but if you do the offensive work repeatedly with me, what should I do? I need the safeguard. I would like to request India, please don't disturb us in our territory. The advantages India got from Awami League. Actually, this made India helpless to the people of Bangladesh. How? Some people or some journalists tell us anti-Indian. I would like to request you, actually we are not anti-Indian. We are anti-aggression, any kind of aggression. These aggression can be from India, from Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, US and China also. But geopolitically and geographically, we are closely and mostly connected with Indian territory. So the first aggression comes from India. So my humble request to the Indian authority, please, let's reshape, rethink our bilateral relation, acknowledging the July uprising, the sovereignty and respecting the sovereignty and independence of Bangladesh. How will India do this? Of course, India needs to make it happen to the people of Bangladesh that I will not kill the people in the border. I will not kill Fulani in the border again. And India must ensure that we will not make power plant destroying the Sundarbans. And we will not do anything which actually the people of Bangladesh do not like. We will not make any barrage without the consent of Bangladesh. You know, more than 54 international rivers India and Bangladesh share. But in the Indian area, India is making barrage every day or without the consent of Bangladesh. But in the international law, you cannot make any barrages in your territory if this river is an international river. You have to share the information and resources with your other partners. So I would like to request India, please forget the past, acknowledge the July and respect the sovereignty and independence of Bangladesh. Make the people of Bangladesh your friends. They are not enemy. And when we mention the name India, please, you read the Indian government, not the Indian people. Because in the July uprising, we closely observed some Indian pupils actually held possession for the July uprising. They supported us very much. So, Indian people, they are not aggressive. They are not making aggression on us. So, Indian government, they need to rethink, reshape, and if they respect the sovereignty, human dignity of Bangladesh, of course, it's our holy duty to protect them. But if you are continuously disturbing and to destroy our sovereignty, so we have to fight until our death.
That's a very strong message to Indian establishment. But in reshaping the bilateral relationship, it needs to work both ways.
Yes.
Now, shifting the attention from geopolitical space to your own political campaign, one of the things that stood out is the way you're raising fund. And you're raising fund through crowdfunding. How's that coming along? Is that scalable?
Fantastic. Actually, it's a new experience for us, not only for us. I think in the political culture of Bangladesh, this kind of crowdfunding is almost new. But surprisingly, we are getting huge response. Not in the amount. I think, you know, when I will show my bank statement, you will see some rickshaw pullers. They are sending me 20 taka only. 20 taka. When we are going through our campaign on the streets, rickshaw pullers and others, they are giving 50 taka, 100 taka, they are offering tea. And I think from 20 taka to 10,000, this is not in the amount. I think this is the responsibility. This rickshaw puller is trusting me, and by his hard-earned money, he is investing on these guys for a better Bangladesh. So I think by this crowdfunding, we are going through a huge experience of enthusiasm for making a new Bangladesh. We have huge responsibilities for those people who has donated only 20 taka to 10,000 taka. So, and you know, if we don't go for crowdfunding, so what would be the next? Of course, we must meet some corporate groups and rich people. They will donate us 5 lakh, 10 lakh. And if we take 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs from any group of companies or corporate groups, we must be loyal to them. So it's an obligation in the parliament. we will work for those corporate groups, group of companies, those rich people. But when we are collecting money, 20 taka, 50 taka, 100 taka, 10,000 taka, from many sources, and those people are not expecting anything. They expect only honesty, sincerity. They expect patriotism. And if we can show this patriotism, honesty, our transparency, they'll be very much happy. And we have no pressure on this. So I think this is working very well. This is working very well. And it can be a model for the next political journey for all the political parties, because if the political pipelines are not very fair, politics cannot be fair. Politics cannot be for the people. If I collect the money from some corporate groups, I will work for these corporate groups. And if I am donated by the rickshaw pullers, van pullers, school teachers, university students, so my all responsibilities will go for them. I am bound to work for them. And what is their actually aim? Their aim is to making a better Bangladesh, a corruption-free Bangladesh. The politics must begin with honesty and transparency. Yes, we are struggling, we are fighting for this.
Are they giving money to Osman Hadi or to Inkilab Moncho or to the political ideology that you promote?
Very good question, thank you. I think the people is not giving money to Osman Hadi or to Inkilab Moncho. People is giving money on the idea of the new start for Instafir Bangladesh, like Bangladesh for Justice, Bangladesh against discrimination, Bangladesh for honesty, Bangladesh for transparency. So I think if and we eagerly want more than 100 young people should participate in the election, in the next election, whether they will win or not, it's not the matter. I think if more than 100 Osman Hadi make campaign in their election or the territory, people will get chance to contribute some money, and people will be closely connected to the politics. And we are strongly fighting for making a politically conscious generation. All the people needs to be very politically conscious. Think, if the people are honest, conscious and responsible, the political leaders must be responsible, honest and they have to be transparent. But our people, if they are blind to the powers, if they are corrupted by themselves, how will we get the fresh leaders? So I think it can be a political model, and we are trying hard to make a campaign for the transparency and honesty. But it's a challenge. It's a challenge because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. If I am empowered, so what will I say? That means indicator. You will check I am not corrupting, or I am not getting through corruption. So I think, please don't trust anyone without the question, even not Hadi. It's my message for those people who love us, who like us. Please don't trust anybody, even not your father, not your son, without the question. Ask him, love him, and always make him responsible to your question.
Make them accountable.
Make them accountable, yes.
You've mentioned about the challenges of funding a campaign and running a movement, because at the end it requires money. This naturally brings us to the structure behind you, Inkilab Moncho itself. So far, Inkilab Moncho is very much associated with your voice. But how large is the organization? What is the leadership structure? And is there anybody else from Inkilab Moncho contesting in the upcoming election?
Okay, thank you for addressing this question. Actually, if I clarify this in Bangla, Hadi's Inkilab I don't want this. The honor is I am the Inkilab Hadi. I'm the Hadi of Inkilab. So Inkilab has Hadi, Inkilab has Jaber, Inkilab has Juma, and so many one. You know, in more than 20 public universities of Bangladesh, we have a strong team and committee. Besides this, we have a very core committee, 31 members, executive committee. And I can ensure you what democratic process we practice in our core group, in our executive committee. No organization can, I think, beat us in this way. As the spokesman or spokesperson, I always give the voice. But this script, these voices is not solely mine, fully mine. This is the team spirit. This voice is the voice of Inkilab. Because you know, we have a good research team and core team members. And what I am sharing with you, that is not only my voice. This is the input of our core committee members. If I mislead these voices, I have to apologize to my committee in our executive committee. It is in practice in Inkilab Moncho. For that reason, you will see Abdullah Jaber, the secretary of Inkilab Moncho, Fatima Tasnim Juma, the convener of Inkilab Moncho of Dhaka University, now the secretary in Dakshu. So I think we have good faces and we are struggling for making the platform, not making the figure. If I die today, so what the next? Okay, the person can die, idea cannot die, the platform cannot die. We are preparing our brothers and sisters that they can move forward the movement. We are in a struggle, we are in a movement. I am the only one man, Jaber is the man, Juma is the figure, but we are making to create lots of figures. But you think, if Jaber dies, Juma dies, Hadi dies, Inkilab Moncho will not die, because until the Qiyamah, Bangladesh will exist and aggression will exist parallelly. So, if the aggression exists parallelly, the resistance will of course stream, you think. So, some organizations, some figures should lead this movement. Inkilab Moncho will be very happy if they can fight for the people by the name of Inkilab Moncho, not by the name of Jaber, Juma and Hadi. It's our pleasure that we are making the platform, not the personality.
So you're planting a seed. But then if I may ask the question once again.
Yes.
Is there anybody else from Inkilab Moncho contesting in the upcoming election?
Okay, for your kind information, I am contesting independently in the election, not in the banner of Inkilab Moncho. Though I am the spokesperson of Inkilab Moncho, but you know, Inkilab Moncho is a politico-cultural organization. The term we coined, actually, not only cultural, because we think politics is also in the shape of culture. So we give the voice of politics when the question is from the sovereignty, independence. So we coined the term politico-cultural, and I am the independent candidate, not from the banner of Inkilab Moncho. Though my brothers and sisters, those who are in the Inkilab Moncho, they are supporting me. But those who are not in Inkilab Moncho, they are also involved in our campaign. So I'm independent, and no other candidate from Inkilab Moncho is contesting in this election. But it is open. If anyone to contest in the election, yes, we will welcome. But in this election, our brothers or sisters is not interested to compete. I am competing independently.